Welcome. Hello. Thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in with Enchantress, the Babbler, on our revolutionary rise of a high that is happening right now at this mother budging time. And so here we are, right? So I was just like pulling some stuff or whatever, and the one card that came out is recreate, right? Recreate. Take a break. It will be there when you return. Try a fresh start. The results might surprise you. Genius requires action and rest to be made manifest, right? And I love that. I love that because sometimes we just need to take a break, right? I have so much you know, there's so much wisdom that comes from the opportunity that we allow ourselves to just simply be, to live presently, and to allow ourselves to reclaim our power, right? To uncover new beliefs, new patterns that we want to rebirth or create and stuff like that, right? No longer holding back, listening, right? To ourselves, taking action, no longer self-sabotaging, allowing alone time, allowing ourselves the patience that we need for the growth, right? To grow through any kind of struggle, conflict, or anything that requires us to feel, much more deeply than the superficial would allow, you know what I mean? And just um recreating things that matter to you, creating things that matter to you. And so I feel really well rested, guys, which is always needed and it's always welcomed, right? To be able to rest. And it's interesting because all the times that I travel and things like that, I think about that, right? All the times that I travel, I bring work with me. I always work in some kind of capacity, right? Even when I'm traveling. And sometimes I travel for work, right? And so um yeah, so it'd be like that. So this was like one of the first times that although I brought work with me, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. And and I didn't it didn't bother me either. Like I felt like it was supposed to be that way. It was supposed to be that way. I was supposed to, even if, and it doesn't mean that ideas don't come up. It doesn't mean that you don't still write shit down. It doesn't mean that you don't do your wellness task and all this. That was all done, right? And granted, some of us, right, some of you that might be tapped in, turned on, tuned in with you might document and share certain kind of things. I do that as a content creator, right? I create things that I share with the world. I have my vlog, I have this YouTube channel, I have my Instagram, and things like that. I create things. I like visual art and all this kind of stuff, poetry, music. I like to blend and fuse and create impactful, meaningful creations that and share them with the world. I enjoy doing that. I love doing these kind of things, right? So with that being said, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So and habits are habits, like, if I'm gonna have a dream or if I'm gonna have a certain kind of thing, I'm gonna do the things that I would typically normally do anyways, write things down, journal, this, that, meditate, dance, like these things didn't stop, right? No matter where we go and how things do, there's certain things that we just it's habitual, it's ritual, it's ritualistic for me to live this type of lifestyle. It's not that I have to instill the habit is formed, right? And so these things still took place, but the thing that was lessened was my documentation at those moments of certain kind of things. Like it was just like I don't even have my phone next to me. even though yes, I documented certain things. I got some adventures, um, documented, and plus, there was others that, took content, created, I mean, pictures, photos, videos, and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be. But aside from those kind of things, like, it was more about living, right? Living, the art of living. And then I was thinking about the art of living, right? And then you think about living, LIVIN, right? IN and then G, right? Living, ING. And ING is impactful too in terms of the narrative of English. I feel like it's a god too, the ing god. I don't know. We'll look that up, but I say these things, but we'll see. Right? Um, and it's just like, sorry, I'm still like, not even fully unpacked. Right? So, oh, right. So we got the ing. I think I've written about the ing, right? God, right? But right. So the art of living, right? The art of living. This is gonna be a freestyle one. Um, you know, um, that they're all freestyle. All my videos are freestyle. For those of you who tapped in, turned on, tuned in, this is your first time tapping in, turning on, tuning in with may you enjoy the mana and enjoy the ride, get comfortable and stuff like that. If this is not your first time and this is not your first rodeo here, then you already know. I advise to watch all my videos, even if they're long, and even if you have a shorter attention span or less time on your hands, then it's highly advised for you to watch it in parts, right? So, but definitely watch it all, even if it's in parts, right? For all of it, right? So the art of living, right? The art of living, which is, it's interesting because it causes you to really like be in a state of presence, right? This omnipresence, right? Too, this omnipresence, this presence, this state of I am present. Wow. Right. And it can be like profound too. And it's just like, okay, right? So it's like before this was ever, what was this? Before this was this, it was that. So be this. So be this without that. Did you miss me? You know, hey, hey, hey. Some people might be mad. Some people might be mad. Some people might be mad. They're like, I'm so mad. I thought. But no, you got some friends up in here. This is great. Earth signs too. You could be meeting some earth-friendly signs. I hope so too. Unicorn pastry chef. Somebody could be a chef, a baker, or some kind of creator, right, on the scene, right? Press pass, you might be collaborating, right? But there's a troublemaker here at the scene. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. The face off, right? Involving this card, right? So you might have like one person that is like offended, offended, right? Offended that you are into the art of living, right? They're like, oh, how dare he? How dare she? Oh my goodness. And you're like, listen, I'm the earth pony up here. I'm the earth pony, I'm the unicorn. I'm all about teamwork. Teamwork makes this dream work. We up here on the stand, this troublemaker is like, what? What? Listen, I want to deal with you and you're going to deal with my tricky business, right? So look at, they got dangerous heads percolating in every single kind of which way, trying to like, emanate and send that kind of shit out here. But you're out here like with a splash. You're like out here like a mermaid. You're out here like a merman. You're out here like a boss. You're out here like omnipresence. Wow, wow, right? And it's just like, Bitches thought, right? It's like, and that's a negative, right? So the art of living is gonna involve you having to disconnect from this social gimmick, right? So disconnect, disconnect from, hey, oh my goodness, hold on. Right? So yeah, so it'd be like that, right? It'd be like that. But oh my gosh. So the energy too. So you know how it'd be, stop it. Stop it. Oh my goodness. Everybody wants my attention over here. And so like cut it out. And then these Eden's messing with paradise. Cut it out. So it's the art of living, right? So whatever, press play, getting right. So anyways, right? So press play. It's okay. It's okay when you're dealing with funky little vibes like this. They can't get past your wave. They gotta rise to the wave, the occasion. They gotta ride the wave. They gotta rise to the wave. And if they don't get into that art of living, they fall flat on their face. So it's just like, okay, right? So either way, right? That's just how it be. Right? So, right, the art of living. So either way. So right? So disconnecting from the social gadget gimmick to regain your own personal reign and footing. And it puts things into perspective too, right? It puts things into perspective too about what really is important to it. And it's not saying that these things that are evolutionary, that are advanced and stuff like that are not important. They are part of our existence now, right? It's important to recreate with what we got, right? Taking a break, it will be there for you when you return. Granted, it's going to be here for you when it returns. Try a fresh start. The results might surprise you. Genius requires action and rest to be made manifest, right? So yeah, so it's like, okay, right? Knowledge, I open my heart and my mind. Co-creation, I unite with the power of love, right? And this is a balancing act too, right? A balancing act of truth with the divine masculine, divine feminine energies within you too. So whether you have this unified within your own being, which is mother fudging great, and it's the thing that I freaking always alchemize and want and encourage everyone to be unified, holy, you know what I mean? It's like a dream machine. United be you, right? Run and Adigia. Let's read this one over here. You know what I'm saying, right? Co-creation, here we go. Co-creation, here we go. Let us see what seeds we sow. So every single time I travel and go away, I always find spiritual shops that in those areas and things like that. And I always shop for unique things and things like that, or even, you know, just tarot or goals that I typically don't see, right? Like, or online, or, you know, whatever. So these I saw and I thought those were cute. And I was like, okay, so these are new, you know what I mean? So we're going to read from that too. So I unite with the power of love. So for those of you too, you might have a divine union, and it does not have to be with another person. The divine union can be you. Granted, the gifting in the divine, the divinity, it could be with another. I'm not knocking that. And in whichever way, shape, or form that's going to be made manifest, that works for you. So this is not for me to say what your relationship should look like. It's what it feels right for you and what that is for you being made manifest. But either way, in the divinity of that holy trinity, of that unified mastery, alchemy of everything that exists between you so deep, right? Unified masculine, feminine energies working hand in hand, side by side, in motherfudging ways that is so motherfudging divine. And it's just like, here I am, I alchemize, right? I unite with the power of love. Holy be my wave, right? Oh my goodness, right? So, right, adore, share, collaborate, right? So someone, right, and this could, and adoration, because again, I have to be with that self-mastery as well too, right? To not get so caught up in romance, but romance be away. What can I say? It wants to come up in every kind of way. So there's adoration, right? You got, for those of you tapped in, turned on, tuned in, or maybe too, it doesn't matter, whichever way or position that you find yourself in. Maybe you adore someone. Maybe someone adores you. Maybe it's mutual. That's what I'm talking about, right? Right? Maybe someone's listening to you. You're listening to someone, right? Maybe your inner children, right? Your inner child is exploring new realms with a person divine that has been, that it feels heavenly, to be able to explore these realms, taking action where ego gets put to the side and I get to create, divine mastery, mastership, you and I, side by side, co-creating, because we co-create united with the power of motherfucking love. I am one with you. What? When this is within you, or with a couple of her too, it doesn't matter. But this is divine union. This is the sacred divine union. Each one, reach one, teach one, and that is how you feel about one another. Ran and Iger's sacred union is one of synchronistic co-creation. Forehead to forehead with their third eyes touching. They have an intense telepathic connection and joint life vision. They share dreams, plans, and triumphs. They certify that an incoming or current relationship is a match blessed by the gods. This dynamic partnership is fated for greatness. Your energies and gifts complement each other. Together, you can craft a life, a home, and soulful assignments that are forever expanding in contentment and kindness. As you work together, you will attract opportunities and build a shared vision on love and respect for all. You face challenges as one, meet your differences with mutual care, make time to enjoy small pleasures, and support each other's achievements. Wow. There are countless bless-ups within your daily interactions. In every partnership in life, respectful communication creates a space of greater plans, grander solutions, and broader achievements. Support, honesty, and kindness sustain relationships that endure and satisfy all parties. This card speaks of a precious partnership. Side by side, you craft and care for your realm with equity and unity. There is no place like a home shared with love. According to Norse mythology, Aegir and Ran, I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but it doesn't matter, but that's the way that I'm saying it. You can say however you want, but the spelling is A like apple, E like elephant, G like George, I like ice cream, R like Robert, and Ran, R like Robert, A like apple, N like Nancy. Right, so according to Norse mythology, Aegir and Ran live in a majestic hall beneath the sea. Together, they personify the mythical powers of the ocean. Aegir and represents the ocean's more diplomatic and generous aspects, while Ran's qualities reflect a more tactical and quick-witted character. Aegir and Ran delight in a close friendship with the Norse gods, who are regular visitors to their ocean hall. United in a strong bond, the couple are proud parents of their 9 enchanting daughters, who represent the ocean's waves. Summon this dynamic couple when you are ready for an intensely intimate connection and reciprocal partnership. This may be a twin flame soulmate or the deepening of an existing relationship. Okay. All right. Listen, I was doing some random shit, but this is what wants to come up, pop up. Tap in, turn on, tune in. So thank you for those that are tapped in, turned on, tune in. Right? For those of you tapped in, turned on, tuned in, maybe romance is something that you want to give a spin. Maybe it is something that you have. Maybe this divine union is something that you are bridging, that you are creating, that you are wanting, that you are manifesting, that you are holding, that you are cradling, that you are nourishing, that you are unwrapping, unraveling, or awakening to, that you do have, and that it's just like, whoa, whoa, wow, co-creation. Right, co-creation, right, and maybe a celebration, right, a triumph over the troublemaker nation that wants to come in and try to um mess things up. You know what I mean? So Goddess Ran coming up over here too, right? I catch a break, right? So for those of you tapped in, turned on, tuned in, you are powerfully, divinely led, guided, and protected. Right? This is like on, I know that everybody says, oh, no weapons formed against me shall prosper, but no, 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 no. No weapons formed against Yah shall prosper. Because there's something created here. There's a strong bond. There's this bonding. There's this binding. There's this bonding with this binding that is so united with the power of love that is with the bull. It's a, I wish a mother fudger would, but actually nah, I don't wish a mother fudger would, because they wouldn't even fucking dare. It can't compare. It's like, oh shit, that is real out there. Do you see the way he looks into her? Do you see the way she looks into him? Do you see the way that he breathes into her? Do you see the way she breathes into him? Do you see the way he speaks into her? Do you see the way she speaks into him? This is a divine, complementary partnership that is, sounds ideal, but it motherfucking is. It is. And they worked on it. Worked on it. Not that it came easy. No, this is worked upon, worked through. We walked through this shit together, united, because we have the same vision, the same goal, even if we are different. We're complementary to each other. That means I pick it up as where you fall it, and vice versa, the same. And this divine feminine energy, whether you're masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. It could be that you come from, wow, a lot of shit that you've had to rise, right? Rise. You are the fucking ocean. Are you kidding me? And this time you catch a break, you find your sea god to stand beside with, right? Because your potential is infinite. 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 Sovereignty. I shine my light of wisdom. I am reborn, right? I am reborn. Mm, how beautiful. I am reborn. I am reborn. I am reborn. And then I'm seeing too, right? I flow with life. I looked in the book and I looked down over here too, and I saw Mama Quicha collaboration. I flow with life and life flows with me. And literally I see it here in the book. Mama Quicha, whatever. But it's just funny. So, okay. I am reborn, rebirth, transform, descend, ascend. Goddess Kopakati is the wild water serpent goddess of Lake Titicaca. She symbolizes regeneration, instinct, and fierce protection. Her serpent tail sweeps away the mud to find clearer water for soul renewal. Like Kopakati, glide freely, sensing your way to fertile waters. Observe your surroundings with innate awareness and embrace a more primal connection to the wildness inside you. Explore your authentic sensuality and feel alive once more. So here we're activating this some more. So there could be a deepening too of a relationship too, of like a tantric type of awakening between a masculine and a feminine energy. This is like emotional maturity at its finest for a coupling, a divine coupling. It's like awakening, it's activating the emotional vulnerability that is needed at this time, that this couple or this partnering has yet to explore, and it's opening. Like I catch a break, there's opening for something more. So I shine my light with wisdom, so it's like operating with wisdom. So this could be a divine feminine energy awakening to her inner Shakti, her inner, like it doesn't matter if you're male or female. I'm going to speak about it in the way that I speak about it because I am a female in this divine in this life, right, in this perceived 3D reality. So you take with it and fit with it how you will, that you need to do so for yourself. I'm not going to do that for you, okay? So do not change my speech to fit yours, okay? So either way, right? So it's like it's like it's like it's like it's like two meeting on the same, right, forehead to forehead, right? I want to be vulnerable with you. I want to be sensual with you. I have had lovers before, and I can see from this perspective how lust has awoken me before to explore certain realms and avenues. But it's my heart that's lit on fire. It is my heart that sees into you. It is our hearts that speak to one another. And I have yet to make love to the one who deserves me, and I deserve he. Like vice versa. It's like a deservingness. It's like a, so it's like a shy, it's like being a virgin again. And this time, choosing your virginal partner, like in the most ideal sense, romantic sense of form. It's like I found the partner for me, and we're activating one another. And now we're gonna share in this diving of an experience together in such a way that, oh my gosh, that even like the masculine cries, like, like it's like a, oh my gosh, you just activated my inner shrine to come alive in this most passionate way that is safe for me to come out in. Not in this realm of this world of having to worry about a Casanova player from the Himalaya, or from certain kind of like, I gotta keep face, I gotta show face, I gotta be the man, I gotta be the woman, I gotta take him for all this and all this nonsense that has spread this filth of disease that is just so promiscuous, you know what I mean? That has no value to anything. So many people spreading themselves so thin. That's not the fuck I'm talking about at all. This is so like that, even if you have had sexual encounters in the past, and this is not your first walk through the rodeo, in this position of vulnerability, it's new, and it's not so quick to take your clothes off. It's like, oh wow, we're taking each other's clothes off. We're stripping down to our soul here. And it's just like, wow, like, and it could be frightening. It could be, and so you take your time. There's no rush in this, right? So this could be a long courting kind of process, because each one that's teaching one also realizes how let me savor this, let me sip this, let me not devour this, let me not ruin this, let me not sabotage this, let me not, right, let me move with ease, full ease, knowing that, wow, this feels good too, I feel safe too, and learning to be comfortable in what is safe, not having known that before. You know what I mean? Either way, this is entertainment for your evolutionary entertainment. And sometimes the story just needs to be bred into the atmosphere that it needs to see and breathe, to expand and live some more, right? Because this is a portal door. And for those that these reach and penetrate inside, it's still an energy that is escaping and existing and moving along and doing its time, because everything is divine right time. And I feel like that's what's happening here too, divine right timing. So there's an exploration into your own divine femininity, your masculinity in love. Who am I in love? Ooh. Who am I in love? What does that look like? What does that taste like? What does that feel like? So it could be like, so it's like that. Just go into that when you had a crush. And you know how like when your crush walks alongside you and brushes you, and you're like, and it's just like the greatest feeling in the world, like, oh my gosh, like we just brushed each other and both are feeling the energies of chemistry, of synergy, of like, oh my gosh, like it was electric, right? Boogie woogie woogie. Right, like electric, right? And it's just like, okay, right? So it's like learning to enjoy these these bursts of static electric zaps of chemistry, awakening you to the hidden potentials of more that you will receive the more you explore this realm of sensuality, vulnerability, with another person, with another individual that it's actually safe for you to um, do this with. And this too, like in terms of, like I'm seeing this in terms of friendships as well, right? In terms of meeting people that you can actually collaborate with, that you can actually trust, that you can actually build a brighter vision, future for like-minded individuals, and setting sail with that and expanding multiple visions together and finding the harmony, right? The maturity, the evolution to have it actually work out for you, because everybody's on the same evolutionary page of quantum existence. And it's like, you get it, we get it, you get it, we get it, I get it, this is great. And it just multiplies, it quantifies, it illuminifies. I know I'm making up words and vibes, but you know what it is? Now is the time. There was never supposed to be a cap on the dictionary. We are wordsmiths here, and we're here to have evolutionary experiences that are going to give us new experiences, and therefore new vocabulary needs to be made, right? Illuminators in every kind of way, right? Setting stage. I am reborn, right? Well, I know that we were talking about and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be. And so we'll see, because it's a different energy and time has passed. And so the red spring well-being, I'm vibrant, right? I create inner heaven peace. But either way, like, so what I was saying, like, who am I in love with, right? Whom am I in love with? Who am I in love? Who am I when in love, right? Who am I when I'm in love? Oh, I like that question though. I guess it wants to come back, right? Do I hold myself back, right? Do I hold myself back when I'm in love, right? Or do I move forward? Do I move forward in love, right? See what we have here. Your name could start with a B. There's a rebirth happening for a B here, right? They might be triggered, right? Some kind of root beer. So somebody could have a drink and be triggered by something somebody says, right? Something, or whatever the case may be, right? So here, so some kind of growth happening maybe around the holidays. Oh, so these could be initials too, BOOB, right? Someone feels like you're out of this world, right? And you're helping them to heal. So somebody here could be healing from a passing, a pet too, or whatever. Someone here could be going into the ocean healing, right? You could be rare like a pearl, star healing, starfish healing, right? For your own wholeness, right? So you could be here in like in love, feeling safe in love and attachment. So having a safe love attachment, right? As well, right? So a pattern, some kind of pattern could be uncovered, right? Your name can start with a B, BM, BT. You can have that in your name, BTM, BTM, BT. Recreating, right? BB, you can have a double B, BB. Someone could be having a baby. Something is being illuminated, and it can come from some kind of substance in some kind of way that illuminates to someone in some kind of way, or it's not some kind of substance, it could be some kind of natural high, right? Some kind of stubborn ideology, or maybe idea about love and money, right? To someone here could be a Leo, a lion. Look at that. Struggle going through someone here could be struggling with shame, or some kind of not feeling like some kind of star in some kind of way, right? Could be a Leo in that kind of way, having some kind of conflict, struggle with your own personal growth in regards to wounds that still hurt you in some kind of way. Yeah, right. That's what I have to say. Some kind of reclaim, right? Some kind of transformation. Because look at, I didn't even see the snake, right? Some kind of transformation, reclaiming, speaking your power, right, into existence, right? Sorry. This all fell. I'm sorry. But right, and it's a matter of too, like, your own consciousness too, and how you want to look at that too, right? Especially from your own evolution of circuits, right? How you speak something into existence, how you recreate something, right? From the shadows, right? From that which you were recreating, right? Rebuilding, renewing, um, and stuff like that. Like, what are you doing for yourself, right? Deeper insights are at hand. Your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect before moving forward. This actually came out too with my subscribers. You can also follow me on Instagram at Enchantress, ENCHANTRESS. That's me, the one and only. You can follow for free or subscribe as well. So yeah, this card came up for subscribers, all in perfect timing, right? So definitely, that could be regaining your focus. Trivial life matters are distracting you from your goals. Archangel Metatron and I are here to help you stay grounded. So I feel like with this love revolution, right? This truth, it's coming into your own truth, reclaiming. So you can be dealing with somebody with a B, or they can live in a city that starts with a BBTM, right? Somebody could be focused on their money instead of not the pearl that is before them here, right? It could be stubborn in that too, right? It could be stubborn, right? So here, so empower. So someone to like, I just see, right? Empowering. So it's carriage, discovering, right? Uncovering, illuminating, right? So there's certain kind of boundaries that are coming up to to be further discussed, to be taken away, right? There's questions in mind that need to take rocket fuel power to liberate you, right? So you're asking the right kind of questions. You're exploring more, and it might be kind of like, if that's a hedgehog or a porcupine, I'm not sure. I think it's a hedgehog, but still, it might feel prickly, right? Someone might be a little bit stubborn in their way of doing certain kind of things, but it's a yes, right? Look at this big fat out yes in truth to the surrender that might be repressed at this time, right? So yeah, so oh, this is reminding me, I'm gonna write this down because I'm gonna share it with my subscribers, right? Lipstick enchantment, right? If you want to know more about that, go to @enchantress on Instagram and subscribe. You're really going to want to know about lipstick enchantments, whether you are a male or female, it doesn't matter. Right? This is going to apply. This is going to apply in how to empower yourself, right? Empowering yourself. It's a DIY on how to empower yourself daily with enchantment, right? Something like that, right? So you know that my platform, right? Because I truly love assisting and helping the collective in powerful, empowering ways. But I am not going to do for you that which you must do for yourself. I am a strong, firm believer that it is up to us to do that which we must in order to make the shift, the changes that are necessary, right? We have to take action. We have to come into a certain kind of space within ourselves to do for ourselves what we must. So it's always a DIY strategy. And that is how I base all my platforms on, even the free ones, where you take here that which you will, eat the manna as you will, but you must do for yourself that which you receive, right? We can always receive loads of knowledge, manna, and things like that. It's what we do with that that will make all the difference in the world, right? So for lipstick enchantments, definitely, right? Right? So something to being revealed and hidden, right? Right? That's going to help you to regain your focus. So right here, look, crocodile, alligator, right? Somebody could be feeling like, see you later, alligator. That's what I hear, like, see you later, alligator, see you later, crocodile. So there's some kind of like harmony in a relationship, right? That is triggering the alone part of yourself that needs to heal. So you might be in a position, right? Like self-sabotage, look at hidden here. That was hiding here, right? That was hidden underneath the moon. That's being illuminated. Your own self-sabotage in maybe being alone. Look at this is by being alone. So it's like, so you might have a certain kind of projection that's a protection, certain kind of way of doing things. So it's like, I'm not going to embark on this emotional type of vulnerable partnering because I don't want to risk getting hurt or feeling pain, right? So a certain kind of trajectory, projection, action that needs to be taken, right, in a child. So some kind of self-sabotage that is going to, it'll bring regret, right? If you don't address it, right? So it's being illuminated. So some type of, whether you're in a relationship or not and stuff like that, and this could be in friendships too, this could be in also thinking that everybody's always out to get you, you know what I'm saying? And granted, for those of you tapped in, turned on, tuned in, and be like that sometimes, right? Some people are just not in the energy, right? Some people think that they can handle your energy, right? Oh, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. And then you fucking trigger the part of them that they didn't even realize still needed to be healed within themselves. And so here you are dealing with another triggered mofo, attempting to or sabotaging the greatness of friendship that you can have with them because their triggered ass cannot handle your energy, right? So it be like that. It really be like that. Right? It could get tiring too, dealing with people that just can't handle the brightness that you are. Or some people too just don't want to be seen. They want to be hidden. They want to be lurking in the shadows and not seeing, but meanwhile you see. You're not trying to see, but you see. So it is what it is, right? So now there's this rocket fuel power up of liberation of questions. So you're asking the right questions, right? So this is asking the uncomfortable questions. It's sitting there, even if it's with yourself or with a significant other or a partner, and it's asking the questions that typically you wouldn't dare ask. So it's like, hey, so this is like even asking questions about your own insecurities or triggers that might come up in a relationship, in a partnership, that maybe before you were trying to hide and deny or act like, be like, it's when you say this that it creates me to think like this. And I know that that's not your fault. And I'm acknowledging it too, but I just want you, I want to share with you the workings of my mind, that although self-sabotage, it can be, I just want you to understand some of the workings of how this can be. And then too, intuitively too, like sometimes people can be tapped and turned on to you intuitively, but when it comes to intellectually, that doesn't mean that they intellectualize or understand what they're receiving intuitively. So someone might know that you're off. I pick up on how you feel. I know when something's not right for you. I know when something's off. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Just because they're intuitive doesn't make them in the position of intellectualizing or even being in the leveling of evolution in their experience to understand where you could be coming from. So it's learning to bridge complicated communication that puts two people that are on the same unified page, but they're different in every kind of way, and coming together. And it's like that Pisces Aquarius. um Definitely watch all my videos so that you can know the reference that I'm making. I was talking about, it's like the universe is teaming up, right, with this whole Pluto deal, right? I think it's Pluto, but teaming up with, or is it Saturn? I can't even remember right now. But teaming up with, I debunked Saturn and Pisces and said Saturn is still in Aquarius, right? But it's like teaming up this whole Aquarius Pisces dynamic, right? These two quirky as can be, unique individuals that are different. And it's not even a difference of night and day. It's just like both can be day, but they're just different. And it's like they're in love, right? And they're ready to oh my gosh, an octopus. No, you don't understand. Like, all right, so here's a little like inside scoop, right? Well, I know that inside scoop, my subscribers get inside scoop, so you're not getting an inside scoop, you're just getting a little story time, right? Adventure. But octopus is so significant for me on my latest trip, because it was a topic of conversation. Like, I legit, even someone gifted me an octopus shirt, right? Because of the amazing transformative, and it's on transformative conversation that we had about the lifespan, and now the newfound appreciation that this person has with octopuses, like, because they had no idea that the lifespan was like, let's say, like 1 to 5 years, right? But either way, it was just something, a topic of conversation, right? But octopus, right? Let's talk about it, right? So octopus could be your a spirit animal totem that's speaking to you now, right? Octopuses are creatures that display incredible flexibility, creativity, intelligence, and psychic ability. The octopus symbol represents our ability to overcome challenging situations, to transform, right? It was right, octopus was upside down on the transform, because you're transforming, right? Transforming, right? Represents our ability to overcome, to transform challenging situations with creativity and intelligence, right? The octopus reminds us to express ourselves even if our instincts say otherwise, right? So it's finding it's that rocket fuel, like I was saying, of expression. It's like, now, like, the prayer, now the activation code, now the words to put together to ask the appropriate questions that need to be asked, and you're asking asking all the right questions that are liberating you too, right? That, right, as you uncover and discover certain kind of patterns and beliefs. So you're even discovering your own levelings of patterns of self-sabotage. And it's like, oh shit, I was believing this shit for some time. Let me now travel through what that created in my life experience to have ripple effects of experiences that have shaped and formed certain realities that may not necessarily be true at all for me anymore. And so in my awareness and this activation, I am now starting to speak and move in ways that benefit me better, because I'm having this, I'm reclaiming myself. I'm reclaiming, it's being all illuminated for me. Money is up, right? And that can trigger certain kind of things too. Like, you know, the way that one discovers certain kind of things in their own resilience. And then here, there's a balancing act. There could be a wedding, there could be a marriage, there could be a union, there could be a romance. There's something taking off that is quite, it could be even luxury, it could be your wealth, it could be your health, but it could be travel, right? So it's moving, it's like this carriage is drawn for you, right? Your enchantments too, right? This is mysticalism, this is mysticism, this is like all the right kind of collaborations. This is like marrying and growing the wealth, right? It's having the luxury, the wealth, being illuminated, right? Yes, it's a yes, and this truth, good, right? It's it's a quest. It's saying yes and goodbye to that which is defensive, repressed, and hidden, the denial, right? And it's love. It's opening yourself up to where love is safe, right? And granted, you might deal with certain, I know you can't see this, but there's envy there, right? There's envy there. But there's there's nothing you're gonna be able to do about that envy too. You know what I'm saying? Because people are gonna meet you in the place that's where they reside. So again, that's where they reside. So all you can do is just not, it's not so much about avoidance, right? It's like, what action do you want me to take based on your bitter actions towards me in energy? Like, I don't got time to participate. Like, there's so much to live here, there's so much to connect, right? Deeper sights are at hand, right? Right? So regaining your focus, trivial life matters are distracting you from your goals, so don't be distracted, right? Don't let other things distract you from your mission, your purpose, your point, right? Don't let other people taint your vision, your purpose, your point. Don't let other people opinion, look, someone new is coming, right? So for those of you tapped in, this could be my celibate crew, my abstinent crew, right? For those of you knowing your value meal and waiting and not going to settle for anything less than what you deserve, because you give it just as much as you deserve to receive it, right? So an important new relationship is on the horizon. And this too, like I said, right, this could be the deepening of one too. Open your mind and heart so the happiness can enter your life. So look at, I'm using different cards and all this kind of stuff, and still this love kind of stuff wants to emerge. So I feel like for those of you tapped in, turned on, tuned in here, there is a massive um um there's a massive relationship that is so important right now that is happening for you in your life, whether it's in your friendships or whatever. But I actually want to send, I'm going to take a picture right now of the octopus and transform, because I have to send this to somebody. Right. Okay, I have to send how this octopus came out and it landed on top of transform and accept and listen. Wow. Right. So yeah, so I got that. I'm gonna send that because it's so important. Like, it's just so important. Um, it really is. And so I'm sorry, I took it randomly from here. I just have to share this. Okay, because it's so important. It's so important. It's so important to express yourself. It's so important to recreate your expression too. I'm getting emotional right now, so maybe you guys are not like me, where you have like this Pisces moon that you cry for a lot of things. Maybe not, but I just like I just become so touched, you know, when things just really make sense sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And I just encourage that so much for all of you. Like, you know, and for those of you that might deal with people that are not so nice to you, not so kind to you, or energetically try to play you, shade you, and all this kind of stuff. I understand how that can suck. It can really suck, and it just sucks, right? But like, you know, do you see how big your heart is? It's fucking massive, right? Kind of a big deal, right? So you say that to yourself. I'm kind of a big fucking deal. I'm a big deal. And let people seal whatever fate they want to seal for themselves. And you continue to work and you continue to recreate, you continue to create, and you continue to move forward masterfully, deliciously, whimsically, mystically, however it is that you do, knowing that you're a big fucking deal. And everything else becomes irrelevant. Let your work, let your life speak for itself. People could paint whatever pictures they want, but is their life a reflection of that picture that they're painting? Right? Just think about it like that. Are the people that you think to admire or feel moved by reflection of that which they paint? You know what I mean? And it'd be like, that's why they be hella mad. Open up to your spiritual gifts. What? And I love helping people do that. Like, because one of my gifts is the ability to see your gifts. Right. And that's why I love working one-on-one with people, and in group settings too, because I'm learning that with my subscription platforms as well. So one of my gifts is the ability to see what you have the most highest potential to tap in, turn on, tune into. So remember that your true nature is spiritual, not physical. The angels are sending you messages to guide your soul's growth, right? I love that. Someone new is coming, right? Activation, an important new relationship is on the horizon. Open your mind and heart so that happiness can enter your life, right? So that being the truth, here we are, right? Um, right, we got rose quartz. Right. So love, a gift of love too. I feel heart came out over here, right? So health and well-being, heart is opening up, right? Heart, home, family, like kiss. I feel like a kiss, right? Something that you've worked on, because this is all about movement with this rune, right? G, right? G could be someone's grandma, grandpa, somebody ginger, somebody with a G name. That could be a spirit guide, highest self, past life, something with a G, Z too, like, you know what I mean? Someone new is coming. That could be a G too in their name, GN, NG, right? Spirit self, someone is coming, right? Here we go. Sorry. So when we have here, right, we have the horse rune, Iwas, right? Trust, teamwork, love, partnership, animals in motion, right? So Iwas, literally horse, esoteric, it's about trusting, right? Spirit, right? Trusting spirit, source, self, your mission, your path, the path that you're on, decay, right? To recreating, right? In business, recreating something that you're recreating, sun, right? Something this Leo season 2, or you could be a Leo or have a fire, you could be a fire sign too. Here in career business, you could be recreating your social life, your business here, right? So right, it's about harmony, teamwork, trust, marriage, loyalty, a friend, right? So activating the energies of your inner fetch ability, right? To detect deceit and uncover subtle cues. Facilitates swiftness in every regard, establishing trust and bonds with animals, right? This being a horse whisperer, right? Iwas symbolizes all the various bodies as vehicles for travel and movement. It could be travel and movement. Twins represent the sacred marriage. So the sacred marriage, someone new, this relationship, this development too, right? The horse and rider metaphor is the best way to represent the symbiotic relationship between two individualized yet harmonious beings. Anyone who has had the least exposure to the value of a horse to a person, family, or clan would understand the esoteric code hidden within Iwas. Iwas is not force, but persuasion, suggestion, and cooperation. Control issues that birth questions such as who is the boss are settled and accepted with assistance of this rune, making the best of a situation, making the necessary adjustments to all relationships, and defining the means are frequent activities of the focus of Iwas that Iwas assist. In every way, it represents flexibility, adaptability, pragmatism. It is the activation and use of instinct using gut over the analysis of reasoning of manas or anzun, right? The loyalty, trust, and dependence built between two partners with each passing day forms a web of emotional and spiritual one-on-one connections, which becomes highly resilient as time goes on. What the fuck were we talking about? This is a spiritually divine union. For those of you tapped in, turned on, tuned in, look at it. It's just balls, right? It's about this, right? Passing so that, and we were talking about that union, that connection, that 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 emotional bond that is binding, right? This tantric sexuality, this opening up to more expression, that you both feel safe and vulnerable enough to share with one another. It's having that kind of connection, right? So it's emotional and spiritual connection. It's emotional and a spiritual connection. Genuine fucking friendship. Genuine friendship developing, right? For its own sake. The kind of bond we die for. The kind of bond we die for. We want, we desire, we romanticize. It is the combination of emotional energies with the intellectual spark to produce harmonious partnership, representing the friendship with parents blossoming upon adulthood. So this is like really like forging a friendship. This is, you know, how I'm an advocate of that. Be friends first. No, not for 3 months, not for 6 months, for over a motherfucking year. Be friends first. Court without penetrating physically each other's systems and getting all distracted. Be celibate, abstinent together before unifying and solidifying your own union. You know, it's like marriage. We were talking about this. Yeah. Somebody's grandmother, great grandmother gives us its ancestor blessing to this type of fucking union. Heart medicine, it'll heal the ancestral. Look at pain, like it. Do you see the teeth in that? Like, I'm looking at that, like teeth in the heart, like that, but it's like overcoming. Healing that in such a way that it's profound. Let's see. Right? You could be 43 years old, 40 years old, 34 years old. You could have been born 1964. You could be 49 years old. You could be 59 years old. You could have been born 1965. I'm sorry that you guys, oh, you do see them. Okay. You could be 51 years old. You could be 41 years old, right? You could be 36 years old. You could be 35, right? You could be 31. You could be 30, right? You could have been born April 12th, August 4th, May 8th. You could be 54. You could have been born 1985, 1981, 1986, 1987. You could be 57 years old, 50 years old. You could be 31 years old, 48 years old, 41, 45. We got another rune over here, guys. Right? So the rune here. Do you see? Can you see? Laguz. It's lake. It's about our subconscious, our collective memory, our unity, right? Psychic powers, dreams, and art, the land of imagination, right? So our future selves call us from infinite past, and each night are eroded with our dream. Laguz is literally the water, the ocean. The rune of the unconscious, context of becoming or the evolutionary process. It's rune of life's longing for itself. So I feel like there's this longing, right? So this longing, right, to emotion, it's psychic powers, unconscious mental process, love, dreaming, life energy, ocean spirit, origins of life, collective unconscious, right? The astral plane, love as unity in evolution. What? What? It's about passing life's fucking test. See a vitality and the unconscious growth that is here. Memory, dreams, right? So it's about transpersonal powers, mastery of emotion in order to shape the word, guidance through difficult initiatory tests, initiation into life, right? Increase in vitality and life force, communication between your conscious mind to another's unconscious mind, development of second sight or prophetic wisdom, all powers of dreaming, lucid dreams, astral projection. This is using that which you have developed and using it wise too, because we have to say that, because right, to be able to implant, manipulate, or to suggest, the power of suggestion comes with this rune as well. It's using your power wise, but it's also meeting of the like minds here happening at this time, right? This is somebody that is on your fucking level. It's meeting people, it's collaborating with people on your fucking level, right? I love that. I love that. Water is the symbol of unconscious and invisible life forces. All of life is dependent on water, and therefore Laguz represents the universal ocean, the supreme unity of all life, past, present, and future. It's being on that bandwagon, right? The dream state and the Jungian shadow element both linger beneath its surface, and the human unconscious is revealed when explored and exposed to the conscious mind. We take the plunge. To the runic initiate, the unconscious forces are controlled for good use through mastery of runic skills. Still, the initiate understands the potency of the unconscious seed to break loose from its control and its ever watchfulness. right? The substance of Laguz is everywhere present, pervades all things, and underlies all manifestation. It is the living energy out of which everything is made. It sustains and enriches any idea that is projected into it. The ability to see clairvoyantly and into the future are psychic talents associated with Laguz, as is protection from physical and psychic poisons. The rune can be used in establishing a communication link from your conscious mind under willful intent to the unconscious mind of another. Caution and much wisdom must be exercised in such subtle manipulations. What the fuck did I just say? Water is a psychically chargeable medium, and this includes all vital liquids such as blood and spittle. These are the fluids that carry your life force and act as a bonding medium for many, if not all, of your spiritual constructs. Right? So here we are. Right? And then you're teaming this up with Iwas, which is not force, it's persuasion, suggestion, and cooperation, like we were saying, right? Control issues that births, right, who is the boss, are settled and accepted with assistance of this rune, making the best of all situations, making the necessary adjustments to any and all relationships, and finding the means that are needed in order to assist that which needs assistance, right? So the loyalty, trust, and dependence. Eros is particularly relevant to the energies which bond man and woman together in lawful marriage. Its energies can unify two people in a strong cooperative relationship and attract the right persons for partnership in work, business, teams, or service. Iwas is the rune of the psycho-spiritual construct called the fetch. Your fetch is the opposite gender as you, inactive in the material plane, but still quite accessible within your spirit. Activating the fetch can assist you in attracting to yourself the right partner as your life mate. It will also refresh an existing marriage or committed relationship by re-energizing the two conscious minds of the partners in the coupling. Most people do not realize that the answer to the great mysteries of the opposite sex are found within their own mental makeup when a communication link is established between oneself and one's fetch. One might imagine the fetch in modern terms as the dormant DNA, which is still active on a psychic level. Though the physical manifestation has already chosen and developed this gender, likewise, we are unable to create an emotional understanding with any other human being because within ourselves we find the other. So we're activating, right? Oneself. Let's activate. Right? For more of these, definitely subscribe to my Instagram at Enchantress, ENCHENTRESS. We are doing a lot of light code DNA activations using fixation devices plus more, right? So here we are, right? Activating, right? Who are you fetching? What are you fetching? What are you activating? Get clear with these things that you want to see, to receive, to perceive, right? Don't speak without perception, right? Close your eyes, imagine and see that which you want, and then open them and fixate upon that which you desire to create, to make manifest that which you want now, right? And so here we are. What do you see? What is it that you want? I want you to fixate on what it is that you want. I want you to know what that is. I want you to feel what that is. I want you to taste what that is. I want you to call out what that is. I want you to create a sentence that works for you, right? A sentence that you and repeat in your mind, in your body, in your soul. I am open to love. I am open to receive. I am unified with my divine counterpart. So motivated. So yeah. All right. Well, either way, if you're into that kind of stuff, and you want more of that kind of stuff, and you because it's all about like reprogramming our subconscious mind in ways that are going to work for us. You know what I mean? And so there's a lot of that going on in my subscription platforms as well. So definitely if you're into that kind of stuff, I would definitely go check that out. You know what I mean? And you can subscribe over there. Why am I doing this like this? But either way, let me clear this out and then we're gonna wrap this up. And then till next time, okay? All right, after much time later. But here we go. What other things? Okay, my heart is opening to love and guiding me back to you. So I feel like two, this is that union, that two. So there's a union, there's a bonding, there's a binding, there's a lesson, right, to be learned from all of this. So it's been challenging. Like you, I'm starting to see what is really important in life. Someone feels that way in regards to you. You could be 52 years old, 25, could have been born in 1992, 1995. Could be 59, 29 years old. Don't have to be, right? May 11th might be significant. No, September 11th, 2911. You could be seeing those angel numbers too. I'm seeing synchronicities like your name or 1111 and working out what they need. So for someone too, right? It's kind of like they're awakening, right? So for my absent celibate crew out there, right? This could be a courtship process, right? Of someone, right? I've been giving my power away to people in my life and learning to set boundaries. So this person could be learning to set new boundaries within themselves. They could have been born in 1979, 1997, 1995, 1991, 1992. Could be a life path number 1, life path number 2, life path number 7, life path number 9, right? I miss you. Let's both stop running away. So I feel like there's an intimate connection here that is what are you doing? All right. There's an intimate connection here that is developing and going like number 1999, 1966, 1969, could be 59 years old. Neither one of us is being honest right now. Why are we afraid to express ourselves? So here we go. There we go. So this is an activation of expression, of helping you get through any kind of expressive. God. Okay. Before Eden comes back to mess things up, okay? So that's like, so like neither one of us is being honest right now. Why are we afraid to express ourselves? So that's what I feel like there's an opening. Remember with the rocket ship that was over here and stuff like that? So I feel like there's a opening of alignment of questions. So it's like you're having the conversations. You see how in these two cards here, you're having like 5 is challenge, right? But it doesn't mean that it doesn't transform. 5 is all about transformation, right? So, right, so it's having the challenging communication, the challenging conversations, the awkward conversation. It's asking the awkward questions, the things that it's getting it's learning to get comfortable with what feels uncomfortable. That could be an expression, that could be in love, that could be in intimacy, that could be in vulnerability, right? It's like I'm looking at you, you're looking at me. We're talking about the things that make us feel uncomfortable that typically we would not speak. So it's like speaking the desires of your heart out loud, right? And it's like, oh my gosh, like I'm actually putting myself out there to say these kind of things that although before in the past, I just would have sat with these emotions, right? So I long ago shut down those parts of me that wanted love, romance, and intimacy, but you make me long for those things again, right? So it's like opening, it's a cracking of a shell. There's growth here, right? Right? There's growth. I feel like there's massive growth for a relationship to communicate. I'll contact you when I'm able to. Right now, my life is too complicated to bring you into it, but know that I do want to talk to you. So, right, we need to wait for divine timing. Timing is healing our wounds and creating the perfect conditions for our reunion. So I feel like for especially like my celibate abstinence crew, virgins, whatever you want to category, born again virgins. It's a thing. It's a thing. Listen, it's a thing. Right? I feel like there's still like you could be dealing with a person that's a life path number one, or 1971, 1997, 1976, right? Life path number one, I said, right? Life path number eight, 9 or 6, right? You could be dealing with someone that has had a very independent lifestyle, and maybe part of their independent lifestyle has never been with the intention to want to settle down. And so these things, and maybe there's a mission, right? Maybe there's a mission they're on. Maybe there's a mountain that they want to climb. There's a leveling of success that they want to secure. You get what I'm saying? So it can create certain kind of appearances of blockages into love dynamics because people don't want to emotionally invest in somewhere that they don't feel ready to emotionally invest. But I feel like there's tides are changing here, so that could be even with you. So you might be in that spectrum of person that doesn't necessarily like you're single because you choose to be single, not because you have to, or that you don't have potential mates or options. You have tons of options. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Right? You could have been born 1987, 1978. You could be life path number 8, life path number 7. I'm conflicted about whether I have what it takes to be your partner. So it's getting through those roadblocks, it's getting through those insecurities, it's getting through those self-sabotaging, it's illuminating the triggers for wholeness and rebirth, right? To rise past, to transmute the patterns of belief that are being uncovered that may not necessarily liberate, right, or empower. So it's finding the balance in the empowerment, the discovery, right, from certain kind of triggers of certain kind of things that are taking place, right? So it's like I'm praying you'll come back after everything that has happened between us. I'm worried that you won't forgive me and allow me another chance, right? So in 1970, so this too could be with timing, right? Some people could feel like, damn, I took so long, like you deserve better than that, right? Growth. I feel insecure and it's pushing me to grow. So 1977, right? 1987, 1986, could be 28 years old, 1982. These could be years or whatever the case may be. 1968, 1962. 1961, 1965. You are in old patterns but can't see it. So someone is starting to see that I disagree with that, right? 1957, right? 1975, right? So in old patterns but can't see it. So that could be what is awakening, right? That's the challenging aspect right now that wants to be transformed, shifted, and changed, right? Because you're at 1988, 9, 10. 10 is about new beginnings, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, 2, which brings it back to a 2, which is about unification. 2, that divine masculine, that divine feminine energies unifying within themselves, right? So unifying within yourselves, and it's just like, okay, 8, right? So past lives are influencing our connection. I've lost you in other lifetimes, and that makes me afraid. I need to heal the grief to allow the love to bloom. So that could be also past life past life experiences, whether it's tied to this life or not. There's a past life experience that creates the fear, the energy of fear that can create stagnation, that can create immovability, that can create a challenge, an obstacle to come into the way, that can create some kind of blockage of some kind of thing. This could also be in friends. This could be in terms of business associates and stuff like that, finding the blockages of not finding the right type of people to collaborate with, to work with, to unify with, right? That soul tribe vibe, that vibes high that everybody be talking about. Like, okay, but where are they in this life, right? I'm not gonna find my soul tribe, shit like that, right? So it's like the past lives that are influencing the leveling of projection, the leveling of experience, the leveling of energy cord and attachment that is entangled to the experience, right? Whether it's in this lifetime or not, right? It's encoded in our DNA, in that cellular molecular memory, right? Definitely watch all my videos because we talk about shit like this all the time, right? So it's that cellular molecular memory that can be creating that fear energy to pulsate, vibrate, and so it's like being illuminated. So things are being illuminated at this time, right? So it's being illuminated, right? Messages. Sometimes I feel like you're speaking to me in my head. At times it triggers me because I wonder how much you can see into me. So there goes that being seen, that vulnerability of being seen, that unification, though, too, timing and intentions. There are subconscious fears affecting our ability to attract love and abundance. The universe is helping us to make this conscious so we can easily attract what we want, including each other, right? So it's like having the necessary conversations that need to take place. Like you could be 1982, 28 years old, 26 years old, you could be 40, 48, 46, 47, life path number 8, 1987. One of us is sad or angry and it's creating an energetic match in frequency with the other. Stay conscious of this and if possible, try to help us elevate. So it could be showing up in different ways, right? So one could be like resistant to the someone could be resistant to collaborating, whether it be as a divine partnership counterpart or whatever, and another one is all for it or something like that. But both are insecure in different kind of ways. You get what I'm saying? Like, um, right? So I just feel like so it's here the obstacle, the challenge, the five, the change, right? The progression in every kind of way. 7, 8, 9, right? So 7, 8, 9. Maybe because 7 plus 2 equals 9. So 7, 8, 9. So it's a progression in numbers at this time, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So there's a progression. There's a the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So we have that again, right? So it's like 1988 too. Could have been born. Don't have to be, right? But I just feel like there's a progression in stuff, right? So it's like 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's a progression asking for this opportunity. You have this opportunity to come together with this unique individuals, right? To come together to formulate a unique solution that nobody else can think of but you. When I look into your eyes, I see the universe and it activates me, right? So there's major activations happening at this time in all of your relationships. Whether, right? I know this is more than a relationship and that there is a higher purpose to our connection, right? Higher purpose to our connection. Love like ours can change. All right, that's it. I'm done here. So a love like ours can change the world. 11, 11. Did you see that right here? Fucking flying out. 11, 11. That's what I'm talking about. And that's what I have for you guys. Till next time, thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in. Make sure to like this video. Make sure to comment. Let me know what are your favorite parts of this video. What do you want to see more of? Tell me what other platforms are you currently subscribed to of mine at this time. And yeah, that's it. Always read the description box below to learn more how we can further connect. There is always a master link that is shared, and in that master link has all the links that you and I need in order to put together some more, whether it be free or on a paid platform or whatever the case may be. Yeah. So thank you so much, right? Yeah, till next time. Till next time. Stimulus. It's time to actively seek out your new inspiration. I'm sorry, I look to other arenas to find your aha, right? Do something novel to call in your muse, right? Let's see another one. Astral vision. Use your higher spirit, map out what's destined to be, breathe and take small steps. 3D takes time to manifest. Devotion. Look up at upcoming efforts through the eyes of your soul. Take up the task as if all your heart depended upon it. Apply yourself to a sacred passion with consistent presence. There's something happening here. There's an infusion, there is a union, there is a connection, there is a bonding, there is a binding, there is an absolute sacred bond that has taken place here, unlike any other before. And your love store of portal information is going to bring this new wave of articulation that is needed on this planet. Your love is needed on this planet to activate, and that's why it's taken so much time for this deliverance, because it is going to deliver. It's a deliverance. It's a deliverance, like deliver us from evil. Love delivers us from evil. Wow. Powerful. Connect to your highest good. Remember that you are an internal being in a physical body. Spirit, call on your otherworldly support. Everything you truly need is at your disposal. And remember, say it, activate. I'm a big fucking deal. I am a big deal. I am a big deal. I'm not kind of, I am a big deal. Okay? That's right.